What's going on, everyone? This is Steve from Burke Family 54 Comics. Welcome to another live stream. We're going to be hanging out, talking comic books and movies and a bunch of other stuff as well. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, and tell your friends. And consider joining the Burke fam like these amazing people have done. Shout out to all the Burke fam members: Dale of Suspense, Sector 2815, Circumstances, Beckerman, Legion of Comics, Mike V, Jade Q, ABX Comics, Panda Awesome 316, MSG Comics, the Comic Viking. There's so many. It takes me a while to get through all of them. Organ Wyme, Collectibles to Astonish, and Flash 6792. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel. You guys are absolutely amazing. Shout out to the 616comics.com for sponsoring the channel. They've been a sponsor for about 5 years now, 4 or 5 years now at this point. Amazing people. Make sure to check out their website, the616comics.com. I have a good show for you tonight. We're going to talk about some hero restoration. We're going to talk about some TV shows and some movies that I saw. We're going to talk some Terrificon this past weekend. Hopefully, if my friend Dave from Mark Spector Comics joins me, talk about Absolute Power and the comic books that are coming out this week. My daughter is in here getting something. Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. She's getting supplies because our room is also the supply room. Hey, close that door. We have a guest joining us here. Dave, what up, dude?
Yo, what's going on?
How you doing, man?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing pretty well, man. I'm doing pretty well. Are you ready to get into this?
Yeah, yeah,
We have
definitely.
not even really discussed how this is going to go, but everyone's going to see here in a minute. Magic Lasso, what's going on, brother? Just got done reading Wonder Woman 11. An absolute, what is it? Where is it? Absolute Power tie-in. As I'm trying to get all the tie-ins for the Absolute Power. What up, Mark? How's it going, man? Rocking the sleeveless, even though someone said I look like a big bag of milk. It's not going to stop me. Hi, Dave.
What's up, Brian?
All right, let's get into this. So I've made. Hold on.
What's going on, Mark?
Here we go. Comics this week. Comic news this week. So the big news is that Hero Restoration, Mike DeChellis was arrested for allegedly stealing $300,000 in comic books. Allegedly, people were sending him some comic books to restore, and he had them for several years, and then allegedly he sold them to other people, and he never gave those books back. In fact, he started ghosting people, and enough people reported it that he was finally arrested in another state. Now,
I think
Mike
it
has
was based
what's
out
that?
of Oregon. Was it based out of upstate, Pacific Northwest, out of Oregon, I think, or Washington State?
Yeah, that sounds right. That sounds right.
Yeah,
And now I remember seeing Hero Restoration on Comic Tom 101's channel, but he has also been on Jim Mint Collectibles. This is the actual thumbnail that Jim Mint has on the live stream where he had him on because that video is still up. This was a guy that reached out to some of those big channels to try to get some business and talk about it. And it did. He got a lot of business, but it turns out allegedly he may not be the best person to work with. Dave, what do you think about this, man? I'm sure you heard about this.
yeah, I was shocked to hear to the extent of money that was stolen in comic books. I didn't think it was that much, but I was hearing stories uh on Facebook, on like different posts about this individual, and also on Reddit, on the subreddit pages, that this guy was stealing books and just ghosting random people, like big books too. Um, and yeah, I'm glad to hear that this person got caught.
Yeah, man. Like Magic Lasso said, how can one collector do that to another?
Yeah,
Really? Shake my head. Yeah, I mean, I mean, we get into this hobby because we like comic books, and I mean, if you see someone on Comic Tom 101's channel and Jim Ment's channel, I mean, you would think that they are respectable individuals. And for this to happen is disgusting. I mean, even Jim Mint was talking about it during his, his daily live stream he's been doing about it. So I don't know, man. It's super sad and absolutely crazy. Like, I want to know, like, how are those people ever going to get those books back or get any restitution? They probably won't, because it feels like whenever something like this happens, think of like the Wolf of Wall Street. Like, how many people did Jordan Belfort like take advantage of? Like, I
Mhm.
think he's got to pay back like, I don't know, like $30 million, and he's paid back like less than $1 million, and he's still going out and doing TV shows and interviews and all of that. Like
Oh wow.
restitution like never happens. It feels like. So I don't know. I don't know, dude. It's insane. So
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just still shocked by it. Just hearing about it. That this is still happening in our community, and this also a similar thing happened too at a card show in Texas recently, where over $100,000 worth of graded cards were also stolen.
oh my gosh, dude. Oh my gosh.
And they were caught, but I was like, you did it right at the end of the show with cameras and stuff like that. And they were clearly pointed out. It was just really, really foolish.
It feels like a lot of people are like doing a lot of cards lately.
Well,
Um,
cards
card
have
or like
always.
card videos lately, and
Oh, okay.
I have one to make about a card collection I have, and
Oh,
then
nice.
also I'm editing one right now for my brother-in-law. It was actually shot a year ago. I've been meaning to edit it, and I've been slowly editing it over the last week or so. I'm gonna try to get that out sometime this week. That's the hope. Kenneth Bird, what's going
Yeah,
on, man?
yeah. I feel like you're gonna hear more about it from the card, I guess, market than the comic market, just because it's a broader market. There's a lot more graded, sports cards, Pokemon cards,
Oh yeah.
Magic the Gathering cards, and there are comic books. It's more mainstream. I got into sports cards collecting before I was even introduced to comic books. This was going back into the '90s. So yeah, I'm not surprised.
Burke family 54 cards. Oh shit! You know what cards these are. You've seen the video. It's been a couple years, but you know what they are. Legion of cards. There we go. Legion of cards. This is why I'm hesitant to send my books to a presser. So yeah, I mean, if you're going to use a presser, you should use my presser. Where is it at? Will it pull up? It will not let me pull it up. Comic book underscore pressing on Instagram. I actually have some books that should be coming back from CGC tomorrow.
Oh,
Um,
nice.
the books, for the most part, did very well, including one specific book. Dave, you know what book I'm talking about.
Oh, yes, that book.
Did
Okay.
did very well.
Yeah,
So Eric must
I was
have pressed.
shocked. That was nice. Congrats on that.
Thank you, thank you. So shout out to comic book underscore pressing on Instagram for holding it down and killing it on the pressing for sure. So I press books. Send me your books and your money. I'll send them back to be announced. Oh shoot, Justin Comics and also press. Yep. Comic book chiropractor Dustin. Yep, from Two Bros. I mean, there are a lot of good people that are
Yeah,
trusted and
there's
legit.
a lot of people. You just use somebody you trust. Use somebody you know.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, Justin's a good guy. Dustin's a good guy. Eric's a good guy. I mean, there's lots of good people in this community for sure. But sounds like Hero Restoration was not, allegedly. So
Yeah.
we'll see what happens with that. I'm sure we'll be hearing more about that here in the next, however many years. Mark Spector cards. If you go back, Dave did a video on Pokemon cards in the last
Yeah.
year or
Yeah.
so. Did
My
it? It did pretty well, didn't it?
yeah, I think I got a couple hundred views. Nothing crazy.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, yeah. My original Pokemon collection. Yeah, I still have all these years. Been contemplating sending a couple of cards to get graded, just for the nostalgic factor of it.
Would you ever do PSA or would you do CGC since you already have a membership?
It would be PSI.
Okay, yeah, PSA is. I mean, they're like the CGC of cards, so like that's who you
Yeah,
really have to go with. It
yeah,
feels like. Okay,
yeah. If I wanted to sell them, yeah, it would be PSI.
yeah, for sure. Okay, let's move on. Terrificon was this past weekend. I saw lots of photos and videos. As you can see here, this is Dave's
See my
page.
page.
Dave, you got to hang out with Los, Karate Kevin, and a bunch of other people. You want to talk about like how it was? You want to show
Yeah.
off? You want to show off anything?
Yeah, I can show off some stuff. I was actually in the process of making a video. Then I had to put my kids back down. They started screaming, so I'll have to record it later. But I do have some of the stuff I got signed and my purchases. I didn't purchase much, um, but I came into the convention wanting to meet up a bunch of creators because it's a very comic creator centric comic show, and yeah, it was a great time. They had Mitch. Mitch is the person who gathers and communicates to all the people to get these creators to the show. And he had a stacked lineup this year of celebrities and comic book creators. Um, yeah, Jim Lee, Chris Claremont, uh, Al Milgrom,
Scott
you know,
Snyder, Greg Capullo.
Scott Snyder, Capullo, Walt and Louise Simonson, Jim Starlin. It was, Keanu Reeves, Martin Cove. It was Ron Garney. It was crazy, crazy packed. Keanu Reeves was only there on Friday for a couple hours because his band was playing at the neighboring casino at Foxwood. So he just, managed to stop by for a couple hours to get some.
Did you hit up the casino at the Terrificon?
No, I didn't. I didn't gamble. I ate at one of the restaurants. A couple of guys I went there not big gamblers, so I didn't really gamble. I talked to Justin at No Good Comics. His dad's a comic book creator. I don't know if you're familiar with his dad,
Who is it?
LaRock.
I think I've heard that name before.
Yeah, he had a booth there. So Justin was there for he was there since Wednesday, and he did some gambling on the slots. He went like a couple $100 or something like that. So I was like,
Okay.
hey, it's good. You use that towards the books. So
Absolutely, dude.
that was pretty cool. So I brought like around, say, probably 15-ish books to get signed, and I got just about all of them signed, with the exception of I think two or three. So Terry Kavanaugh was also there. He's a great writer from the Mark Spector Moon Knight run. So I got two of my favorite covers from the Mark Spector Moon Knight series signed. This is issue number 55. This is starting the Stephen Platt run. So he signed it up here. And then probably my favorite cover in the run is the Moon Knight Spider-Man um, homage there. This is issue number 57. So that he signed that as well. Super nice guy. What else did I get signed? The only two books I didn't get signed were these Deadpool, homages.
Oh yeah, that's
I didn't get
the
those signed. That's Arthur Sudan was there. He did like the zombie covers and stuff like that, and he did these really cool homages to Deadpool. The problem was when I was in line with him, is he wanted you to purchase one of his books at his booth so he could sign a book for you. So I was like, what?
really.
I was like, well, what the hell? Like, I'll pay you whatever your signature cost is. Just, I don't want to buy an exclusive. I just want to buy I want you to sign the books I brought. So he wanted me to buy a book for each signature. I was like, I'm not going to do that.
No.
So I didn't get that signed, unfortunately. So David Mack was also there. So I did get this book signed by David
Ooh,
Mack.
Echo, right?
Yeah, yeah, Echo. This was a book that was A-OK to me by Rayman a couple years ago, so I got that signed. Super nice guy. He had a lot of his original artwork there as well. Super expensive, but I love his watercolor artwork, so that was really cool to just meet him. Mark Waid was also there. I got really classic '90s book, X-Men Alpha #1,
Heck yeah.
signed by Mark Waid. He was doing free signature, first signature, so I got that one book I only brought to get signed by him. So that was pretty cool. A lot of these guys were very affordable to get signed books. The only one that was really expensive was Jim Lee, and I didn't get anything signed by him. I didn't have any books that I wanted to get signed by him. So he was the only one that was pretty pricey. He was charging around $50 a signature, and the line was insanely long, so I didn't get anything signed. This was a really obscure book. I got signed by what I call him Uncle Al Milgram. Um, he signed it here at the bottom. I showed him this book and I took a funny little video with him, and he was like, "I never remember even doing this cover." So he was like, "This is really cool." It was a two-issue series where he talks about asthma. He was Captain America's fighting this asthma monster. Something obscure. He got a kick out of it. I also met Scotty Young. Scotty Young was there as well. So I got
Really?
Twig. I got this little exclusive signed by him. This was A-OK to me by Jade last year. So I got that signed by him. And I also got my son's copy. This was issue number 5, signed by Scotty Young. He really appreciated this. As you can tell, it was well read. I was like, oh, I love seeing books that are actually well read, and instead of the books that are just like well preserved in magazine boards. So he appreciated that, and he told me that in 2025, Twig, the next volume is coming out, which is really cool. So I'm excited for that. Uh, like I said, Chris Claremont was there as well, so I got one book signed by him.
Oh
And I
man.
got my Uncanny X-Men 266, first appearance of, obviously, second appearance of Gambit. Um, Signed by him. I was going to bring another book to get signed by him as well, but like I said, I wanted to kind of limit how many books I brought there to the show. So that was the only book I got signed. Another one, super great guy. He likes to tells great stories. Hey, what's up, Cliff? Um, so I got that signed by him. Another book I got signed by Al Milgram was this West Coast Avengers issue number 21. There's a nice Moonlight cover in there, and Hank Pym is in there. Fun little cover.
Dude, you balled out, dude. You balled
Yeah,
out.
I said I brought about 15 books, and then whatever I had time for based off the lines and so forth, I kept, whatever I could, and I just got some books signed, and then I got Micronauts issue number 1 signed by Michael Golden. He had a tiny little signature there.
I mean, it looks like a scribble.
It looks like a little scribble. He charged me $30 for that little scribble.
No
I was
way.
like, what the hell, man? I was like, that's crazy. But it's fine. No, I'm not complaining. He was a nice guy as well. He was doing a commission for somebody while I was talking to him. A lot of these guys had very, very small lines, so it was very easy to just go up to them and just approach them. And this was on a Saturday. This place was packed. I've never seen it this packed. There was a line well outside the casino into the garage. The place capped off at 40,000 people for Saturday.
Oh my
It was
gosh.
insane. I've been there 4 times. I've never seen it that. So that was all of the books I got signed at the show. And then as for actual purchases, I didn't buy any comic books, but I did buy original art. And there were 2 vendors there. 2 of them I was very familiar with. One of them I bought from in the past. Super nice guy. His name is Buzz Comics. He has a nice little following up here in New England. I went to one of his shows last year. It was like a beer and comics show up in Massachusetts. I ended up picking up 2 pieces of, I want to say it's 90s original artwork from one of the Sonic the Hedgehog books or something like that. But picked up a original art page
For Sonic.
for Sonic. This one doesn't have Sonic on it. The other one does, I believe.
I was gonna say they look like
Look,
Knuckles.
this is Knuckles, yeah. So the name of the title is Great Chaos Caper. Um, this is page number 15. It was penciled by Tracy, believe it's Yeller. But so it's featuring a lot of his co-characters. You got Knuckles there, nice little picture of Knuckles. You got Vector, he's that cool little crocodile character. You got Vespio, he's a rhino. And then this little bumblebee guy. My son knows his name. I forget his name offhand. So that I bought that page, and then the other page I bought from him. And like I said, these are people often shy away from buying original artwork because they often think it's just way out of reach. These are super affordable. So this one as well. So this was page number 11 from issue. No, this is Tango Part 2. So it's the story, and issue number looks like 22. Same artist, same penciler, Tracy Eller, and it's featuring some of those similar characters. Sonic is not in here, so this is like one of like the side stories. Forget this character's name too, but
Well, if people know you from your channel, you own not a lot, but like a decent amount of
yeah, this is
comic books.
probably my fifth original art page, probably I want to say. And then I went to this other as I was leaving the show. I went to go see this other guy, Bob Stevenson. He's like, I believe he's called like the Comic Book Barn or something like that on Instagram. 3 Men in the Basement did a preview with him leading up to the show. He was going to have a ton of original artwork, and he was saying super affordable, anywhere from $20 to tens of thousands, depending on what it was. So he had this really cool Betty and Veronica Christmas pinup page, and I ended up picking that up.
Dude.
So that was pretty cool. Says Merry Christmas on there. This was done by Jim Tornes, Jeff Schultz, and Eddie Chapman. So Tornes did the actual Danny and Veronica, and then I believe Schultz and Chapman did the outlining and stuff like that. So this was like three creators involved in this piece. And then you probably saw it on my Instagram page, the picture I have with this. Jim Tornes was actually at the show. So I met him as I was buying this at the end. He just showed up at the booth. Him and Ken Wheaton as well was looking at some original artwork. So I picked that up. This was like cheap, like $250. Yeah. So this only cost me $250, and then these two pages were $200 total.
$200 total, so $100 each.
Yeah, $100 each. Super affordable. I was like, a lot of people shy away from original artwork, but sometimes you get lucky and you can find some good deals. And these guys were super reasonable. And my sister was there with me, and she bought 2 original art pages from SpongeBob SquarePants.
Nice.
Yeah,
Dude,
so
awesome.
that was her first purchase for original art as well. She doesn't buy any comic books or anything. She saw the artwork, it's like, I'm sold. Because for her, it was nostalgic growing up with SpongeBob SquarePants. He had a little bit of everything. Yeah.
Nice.
That's everything. I also had. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I got one more behind. Put this behind this page. Here we go. So I met Justin No Good Comics. His dad was there, and we all took a bunch of pictures. I had one of my posts on IG. He signed this print for me as well. A really cool Moon Knight Spidey print. Kevin also had a really cool Spidey print signed by him as well, and a bunch of us took pictures with them right after as well. So it was pretty cool.
I was sleeping, Burke, but this is an acceptable reason to wake me up. Do you want to show out that art again real quick since he just got here?
Oh yeah, absolutely. So
he's the art king.
Yep, absolutely. So this is a Betty and Veronica Christmas pinup from Jetta Christmas. This is from 2019. I have to look up for some more information. I don't know much more than that. I talked to the inker there, Jim Tornes. He told me a little bit about it, and then Chapman and Schultz also did the outlining of it, but he did the drawing, so that was pretty cool. And then I got 2 Sonic the Hedgehog related original art page. I have to look up the specifics on the book, but it has a bunch of his buddies in there. This is issue number 22, page 11 from Tango Part 2. This was done by Tracy, I think, Yarmel, if that's pronounced correctly. And then another one featuring Knuckles, Vector, SBO, and then the B character, which I'm drawing a blank on right now who that is. So pick
That's
those up
sick.
as well. Yeah.
That's pretty sick, dude.
That was my pickups and signatures from the show. And then I also got this little poster that Carlos Los gave me while I was there. I met him and his brother. I meet him. I saw them again.
Met up with them.
Met up with them at the show. There were so many comic book community members there. It was It's just absolutely wild. So,
Oh man, that is
oh,
awesome.
but yeah, pretty cool. So he gave you that. It was just
Wow.
a great time. Saw so many people there, and the place was packed. Definitely a great show to go to if you ever get a chance to. If you're on the East Coast. Yeah, that's everything.
Uh, Organ Wyme said something earlier, and I want to bring it back up here really quick. When I lived in Connecticut, Mohegan's Sun was my go-to casino. Was never a fan of Foxwoods.
Yeah, so that's like the two rivalries. You got the Foxwoods Casino and the Mohegan Sun. I'm a big fan of Mohegan Sun. They have great shows, great casino, lots of great shops and restaurants at the Mohegan Sun, and they host the sometimes they host some NCAA tournament games there as well.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so and some MMA fights and so forth. It's a great place to go to, and they have everything there you need. That's why Terrificon's a great venue because you go to the show, you're not leaving the facility. You can walk to the next wing. There's gambling, there's restaurants, there's shops. You got all the hotels and all that typical amenities that you get with a casino.
Nice.
Yeah, that you don't get in other comic venues and stuff like that. So it's a
Oh
fun
yeah,
time.
we don't get that in Kansas City. We do not get that in KC. I've heard of both of those, which is crazy considering I've never been there.
Oh yeah,
I do want to ask you. You went with Karate Kevin. You want to share
yeah.
anything that he got? I know he had a couple pictures of like some signatures, or do you know anything he got really quickly before we
Yeah,
move on?
so in that same booth that I met with Justin's dad, he had that Spidey print signed by his dad there. That was pretty cool. I know he got his main goal there was to meet Eric Larson and Bagley. And so he met Larson and Bagley. He got a bunch of stuff signed by him, a bunch of Spidey stuff from the Amazing Spider-Man run. And I don't think he bought anything, if I'm not mistaken. I know he was looking for the Godzilla. Terrificon did like an exclusive Godzilla cup and stuff like that. He was looking for one of those. He never got a chance to get one.
He's a
But
big Godzilla fan.
yeah, he
Big,
loves Godzilla.
yeah,
And I rode up with him, my buddy John, Big Daddy John Ross, and then Dave. So it was the four of us that rode up, and we had a good time. I met up with my sister there and another friend. John, he showed up later. And then, like I said, met up with a ton of community members in between during the day. Met up with Old Wolf, Tony. He was there as well. We all went out
nice.
to lunch. Yeah, so it was a good time.
Scott Shaw was the first artist on Sonic, going live with him tomorrow, and Stan Sakai,
Oh,
Sergio
nice.
Aragones, and Bill Morrison.
Oh, that's cool.
Tune in tomorrow, Mike. Big show
Hell
live
yeah.
on YouTube.
Yeah, I'll check it
Dude,
out.
dude, yeah, heck yeah. Send me the link and I'll put it in the Burke Fam chat and we'll all tune in. That sounds like that was a good time, dude. That sounds like it was a
Yeah,
good time.
it
I
was a
feel like
good
the
time.
rest. It feels like the rest of the show is gonna pale in comparison to everything you just showed off and talked about. So
Yeah, it was a good time. If there was one negative from the show,
okay,
yeah, I talked about, and this is ongoing as we speak. Um, the two pieces of original artwork that I got, the Sonic related, original pages that I bought from my buddy Buzz Comics, great friend of mine. He actually had X-Men #4 stolen at his booth.
oh my gosh, dude.
If you go on his page, he talks about it. There's been a bunch of people already share it on the IG. Um, Somebody at some point during the convention stole his X-Men 4. He had it valued at around $1,000. I'm sure you know the book. It's the first Scarlet Witch Quicksilver book.
Mm-hmm.
He had that stolen. It was, we're just making it aware to the community out there, especially like the local comic shops and stuff like that. Just be aware of this book. It's a lower grade, so it's very distinguishable. It's raw. So if anybody sees that book, just keep an eye out. He posted it as well. It's a casino. It's kind of foolish to steal something at a casino. There's cameras everywhere at a casino, so
So who? So
the
Becker's
individual is going to get caught. It's just a matter of time.
Becker's
Uh,
asking who was it?
but Buzz Comics, Buzz Comics. Um, His name is Josh Allman. Super nice guy. Like I said, I bought from him many times before. It's just unfortunate when something like that happens. That's the book right there. Yep, that's the book.
Dang, dude.
Yeah, so that was the only unfortunate, issue from the show, as far as I know. Yeah, besides that, it was a fantastic show.
Yeah, I can't stand Thieves either, man. I really
Yeah.
can't. Okay, I want to talk about a TV show, a movie that I watched recently, some Absolute Power, and then talk about some comics that are coming out this week. Um, if you want to hang out.
Yeah, definitely. I haven't read any recent comics, so I'm not going to be much of help, but we can look at some new stuff definitely.
Well, have you been watching any of the Tales of the TMNT on Paramount Plus? Tales of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
No, I don't have Paramount, so I haven't seen it.
It's
I'm a little behind on Cobra Kai. I started watching season 6, season 5.
uh,
Um,
season season 6 is the
season,
newest one, but they've
yeah,
broken it down into like 3 parts. So only
I
part
think I
one has come out.
started on episode 3. I was gonna meet Martin Cove. Martin Cove was at the show,
Nice.
and he was at the show. He was signing quite a bit, and I was in line to meet Chris Claremont, and there was a little bit of a wait, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna have my sister wait in line for me, and then I'm just gonna go meet Martin Cove real quick." And I stayed in line, and when I finished getting my book signed by him, Martin Cove had just finished for the evening. I was like, "Damn it!"
Mm,
So that was a bummer. But yeah, he's super nice guy too, from whatever
yeah,
I
I did
stand.
a I did a video of the panel that him and Johnny Lawrence, the actor, I
Oh,
forget
nice.
his name, William Zabka,
William Zapka, right? Yeah.
did at Planet Con a couple years ago. It was really cool. It was really cool. So Tales of the TMNT, I've been watching that. I'm on episode 10 now. It's got 100% from the critics, 80% from the audience, and I'm right there
Oh,
with the
wow.
audience score.
That's wild.
I'm giving it an 8 out of 10. It's been really good. My only issues that I've had is that they've really kind of broken it down to like each episode is like a different turtle taking on whoever it is, and there's been two big storylines. It's kind of like comics where like a storyline is going to last 4 to 6 like issues. They've been doing that for every episode that's 20 minutes long, and it's fine. But if I'm tuning in to TMNT, I want to see all four brothers together, and we've only gotten that in a handful of episodes at this point. It feels like the storylines are taking too long. I kind of enjoy like the whole like like the original series did, where like each episode is a new villain, right? And there might be like an overall story, but like they've not been doing that. They did one single story for the first 4 to 5, 6, 7 episodes, and this is a whole new storyline. Like I don't know, I'm not enjoying that, but like they're still doing a really good job with the turtles, and the color is good, the action's good, the jokes are good. So I'm excited for the rest of the series. It's 12 episodes, and I'm on episode 10 right now. So I'm
Oh,
enjoying it.
nice.
So, something my wife and I recently bought was Twisters. We bought the movie yesterday, and we didn't have a chance to go to the movies when it came out because of stuff that was going on. Obviously, you guys all know about the Burke fan knows about it. So when it came out to rent or buy, we're like, man, it's $20 to rent it or 25 to buy it. Let's just buy it, and we watched it yesterday actually, and it was one of the best movies that I've seen in a long time. In fact, it might be the best movie I've seen since, man, Deadpool Wolverine was really good, but like it was a different kind of good. Like it was just funny, good action. Like you're going there to have a good time. Like I don't know if I'd see it again. I want to see this movie several times. It's right up there, man. Like this is going to sound crazy. It's going to sound crazy. It's up there.
Careful now. Careful now.
It's up there in terms of watchability and rewatchability with Top Gun 2. I know that's crazy to say. I know that's crazy to say. Glenn Powell was in both, but man, it's a good movie. It really is. Like as someone who's from, the Great Plains, the movie takes place in Oklahoma. I've driven through there many times. They got everything right, from like what the gas stations look like to looking out the window, what it looks like of all the fields, um, the red dirt, which is very famous in Oklahoma. They did a really good job. The music is fantastic. I don't know. I can't say enough good things about this movie. And the CGI
Wow.
is really good. The story is good. Lots of tornadoes in this movie. It's a really fun and good movie for sure.
Wow, I'm surprised. I'm looking at the audience score there too, and it's yeah, reflective, 91%. That's wild.
It's
Yeah,
interesting.
did you see the original?
Yes, I've seen the original, but
So
it makes me want to go back and watch it.
the original was terrible.
You didn't like it?
It was terrible.
See, it's been a long time since I've seen it. It
The
was
plot,
based in the
eh,
90s.
yeah, the plot was all over the place in the original. I think the only thing that was good was the actors that were in the movie, kind of
Sure,
like holding it together, but the story was all over the place, and the CGI was okay for the 90s. It was actually
sure,
pretty good,
sure.
But yeah, the original it was low budget, if I'm not mistaken. And I think
Right.
that yeah kind of hurt the film as well. But so
There
to
were
hear
some
that
East.
this movie was pretty good is actually makes me want to watch it.
It's really good, dude. It's really good. My mom logged into the account last night and watched it after I told her how good it was, and she messaged me after the movie and she goes, "Really good movie." So
Did it have any ties into the initial, like
yeah,
the first movie, or was it just a complete
there was a
standalone?
there. It was a standalone, but there were some Easter eggs in there, and you'll see it when you watch it. So, but
Okay,
no,
cool.
no, it was completely new people. So,
Okay.
and I think that's good, and considering it's been like 30 years, you know what I mean? So,
Yeah. Yeah.
okay, I've been reading Absolute Power. It's DC's current like big event. If you guys don't know anything about it, it's where basically Amanda Waller, um, she uses AI. This is sounds kind of crazy. This is only issue one, so I'm not like saying a ton of spoilery stuff. She uses AI to make it look like all the superheroes are like destroying the world and killing people. She takes over every news station, including the Daily Planet, and broadcasts this AI, like it looks super real, obviously. Videos of Superman and Batman and Green Lantern and Wonder Woman destroying a bunch of stuff, and you see the aftermath of that as people are attacking heroes. Um, and part of her plan is to use failsafe and the Amazos, powered by Brainiac's. Um, what was her name? It's Queen something. It's this lady right here. Powered by her. Well, actually, you guys can't see that. Powered by her, um, with the Amazos to go take the superpowers from all of the DC characters. And it starts with Superman getting shot and him falling. It's pretty wild. It's pretty wild, and you get why. There's a whole issue called Origins about why Amanda Waller is doing this. It's been very good. All the tie-ins have been really good. Williamson is doing Green Arrow, and man, that tie-in was fantastic, dude. Fantastic. I was not a huge fan of the Wonder Woman tie-in. I felt like the writing was kind of all over the place, but a lot of the other tie-ins have been very good. So I'm excited for the rest of the series, man. It's been a lot of fun, and I'm excited about it. And it feels like they're really leading into DC's absolute line with absolute Batman, absolute Superman, absolute Flash. You know what I mean? They were very strategic with this. And if you guys don't know what that is, DC is launching their absolute line, which is basically their version of Marvel's ultimate line, like an alternate universe where things are slightly different. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go check out Mark from Legion of Comics video where he does a preview of Absolute Batman. It's fantastic. He killed it with that preview. Um, but so far, I give this series a 9 out of 10. Did I put a 9 out of 1? I, I give it a 9 out of 10. It's a really good series. I'm excited for the rest of it. Written by Mark Waid, if I didn't say that earlier.
Hmm.
And it goes through October. So,
Okay.
and that's going to lead
So it's
into
a
another. What's that?
pretty extensive event then.
Yeah, and it's going to lead into another event, and then also obviously the absolute Batman and absolute Superman and all of that stuff. So I'm excited for it. I
It
really,
sounds like
really.
your typical DC goes from one event to the next event to the next event.
Yeah. But I mean, they got a legendary writer writing this, so
Oh yeah, Mark Wade.
yep.
Yeah.
And as Mike V said earlier, I don't know if he's still watching or not. Where is it? He's not a fan of Michael Golden.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Like I said, I met him quickly. His wife was there handling the business portion of it, and he was doing a little. I think he was doing like a Doctor Strange sketch, and then he just went in there did a little squiggle mark on my book. And I was like,
Right.
yeah, 30
For
bucks,
30
30 bucks.
bucks.
I was like, okay,
30
there you
bucks.
go, cool.
But Mark Wade, according to Mike V, is his bestie. If you listen to the interview that Mike V did on the channel, Mark Wade seemed like a great guy. And he actually asked Mike V to come back and sit with him as he was signing and doing a bunch of stuff for other people and just hanging out with him. Mike V,
Right.
there's pictures of it. Like for Mark Wade to ask Mike V to do that, I think Mike V was on top of the world, man. Like
Yeah,
could you even
he was
imagine?
a
Could you
super
imagine?
nice guy when I met him. He didn't have a big line or anything. He was willing to chat and stuff like that. He was really cool.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd love to meet him at some point for sure. Okay, moving on. Comics I'm going to be getting this week are Titans 14, Superman 17, Nightwing 117 as we're nearing the end of the Tom Taylor run on Nightwing, and then Wonder Woman 12 as both Superman and Wonder Woman are tie-ins to Absolute Power.
Okay, cool.
Speaking of comics that are coming out this week, I didn't care for the Wonder Woman tie-in either. It took momentum away from the main stories. I was going on. Oh, okay, yeah. Well, see, it feels like a lot of times that's what happens, right?
Yeah, that's common with these tie-ins, these big events. Yeah, just a side story, and it just lose focus of what's going on in the actual title.
Let's pull up the comic books that are coming out this week. David, do you like what books do you currently pull before I pull this up? Or what books do you like to get when you go to the store?
When I do go to the store, I haven't been going lately, but I have been reading the Geigerverse.
Okay, Jeff
Geiger,
Johns.
Jeff Johns, yep. Rook, Junkyard Joe. Been reading that. That's really about it. I haven't been reading anything Marvel. Once in a while, I'll pick up an issue of Moon Knight just to see what's going on because it's been bound. It's like the current Moon Knight run finished, and now they're onto the Vengeance of the Moon Knight. It's a new
Okay,
little, yeah. So it's a little, but it's the same writer. Jed McKay is still writing it, which is good to have that continuity. But I haven't been reading that lately. Haven't been reading anything of DC either. So it's pretty much indies when I do actually read something.
Jed McKay is a decent writer. He's a
Yeah,
decent writer.
he's been pretty good.
Okay, we have Ultimate Spider-Man #8 coming out this week. Typically for these, I like to take a look at some of the covers that are coming out, just to see. That's a decent one.
Oh,
I'm trying to
and
get
I forgot to mention another good writer that was at the show was Philip Kennedy Johnson.
Oh, dude, nice.
Yeah,
That's a cool one.
so it was stacked.
Educure. Nice. Okay. Nightwing 117. I'm definitely going to be picking up that. Batman has taken over as Nightwing after the last issue, so that's why he's got ears here on the cover.
Oh, I'll tell you something. I have been reading lately. I've been picking up the omnis at the local library for Invincible. I started
Oh,
reading
dude,
the original run. Yeah,
I'm jealous of that. I'd love to get the compendiums
yeah,
or the ultimate
yeah.
editions of that.
So I'm like on I want to say issue 13 or 14 right now. So I've been enjoying that.
How does it compare to the TV show?
It's been pretty good. Definitely pretty comparable. I've
That's what
enjoyed
I've
it.
heard. I've heard it's very comparable or comparable, however you want to say it. Batman Superman World's Finest #30. This is written by Mark Waid. And they went back and it did a whole like Kingdom Come like tie-in.
Oh, is that Alex Ross?
Perillo,
Oh, Perillo. Okay.
Jorge Jimenez. and Daniel Bayliss. Okay. Superman 17. He's got his black suit back.
Oh, cool.
I've seen that in a couple of issues. I need to read some of the other stuff to figure out why he has it. I'm assuming in Superman 16, I'm going to find out. Ew. That's interesting.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Like a little '90s throwback action figure.
Yeah. I mean, they did have Nightwing too, but he has a gold costume.
There you go.
That's cool.
Oh, I didn't like that
No, that's terrible.
one. Oh,
Beetlejuice. Oh, okay. I get it.
oh damn.
Wonder Woman 12. We're going to look at these covers as well. We got Magic Lasso here. We have to, right? I'm just going to get cover A.
That's an interesting costume for that cover A. Is that like part of the current run, or is that not too familiar with that outfit?
You know, when I was reading Wonder Woman 11, I didn't see this suit. It looked like a different suit to me.
It's interesting, yeah.
It looked like this, like the normal
Oh,
suit.
yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
So I don't know. Well, that's cool. Swimsuit edition.
There you go.
That's a badass cover. More Beetlejuice. I wonder what they paid to do that.
What's up with the Beetlejuice?
I'm
Cover?
assuming Warner
Are they doing
Brothers.
a crossover or something, or?
No, I'm assuming Warner Brothers.
Oh, okay.
You know, with DC. I'm not going to do this every book. There's just like one or two more. Let's see. The Titans action figure variant cover is Donna Troy in her red jumpsuit costume.
Okay, cool. Thanks, Ryan.
New suits are in play due to them all being drained by the Amazos. They get suited at the fortress. Okay, is that in Superman 16? Because that's in my reading list to do. So far, I've read Task Force 7, books 1 and 2, Absolute Power 1, and a bunch of the tie-ins, and Origin as well. Titans 14. This will probably be the last one that I show off the different covers. Chris Samney, who did Firepower. There you go. There we go. Yep. Wait. Yep. There it is. There it is.
Nice. Yep. That's cool.
No Beetlejuice there.
I'm surprised.
Yeah, it's interesting. Titans is not like a tie-in for Absolute Power. So, Star Wars 49, Deadpool 5, Wolverine Revenge. There's the regular and then the Red Band edition. I'm not a fan of how they're doing that, but whatever. Phoenix 2, Destro number 3, Red Coat number 5. What's that?
Coat. Yeah. Red Coat.
Yep. You read that?
Yeah, it's all like tying in with the Geiger verse, Jeff Johns.
Oh, okay.
That's all part of it. Yeah.
The regular Wolverine Revenge number 1, Green Lantern War Journal 12, Dark Knights of Steel All Winter number 2. That's with like Deathstroke. I need to read the rest of the Dark Knights of Steel, like Volume 1. I've heard it was really good. I mean, I read the first 3 issues and I thought it was fantastic. Definitely a different take on Batman, Superman, and like the whole DC universe in the medieval times. So, Scarlet Witch 3, Ghost Rider Final Vengeance 6, The Walking Dead Deluxe number 95, Get Fury number 4. Stop me if you see anything you like or want to see more of. G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero 309, Conan number 14, Gotham City Sirens number 3, Spider-Woman 10, Thundercats number 7, Venom War Venomous number 1. Feels like a lot of like the Venom like hype and
yeah, they're doing like a big like Venom crossover or something.
Yeah, I guess so. There's
titles.
Venom War, Carnage #1, Daredevil, Woman Without Fear #2, Namor #2, Jenny
What's this?
Sparks.
What's Jenny Sparks?
Dude, I have no idea.
That's
She looks
wild.
British, right? Oh God, Tom
I would
King.
imagine.
It's freaking Tom King.
Oh, there you go. It's your boy. I know what you love him.
Oh my goodness gracious. Um, the wild storm begins. What could four strangers have to do with the fate of the world? Find out as Captain Adam goes rogue, threatening to destroy the planet he once swore to protect. Can any hero stop him? Well, it may take the most unconventional of them all, Jenny Sparks, the one woman tasked with keeping all the heroes in line, no matter the cost. With a snap of her fingers, she's entered the fray and won't quit until the job is done. The spirit of the 20th century returns for the 21st in this action packed new miniseries by Eisner Award winning writer Tom King.
Is this a new character? I've never heard of her.
I've never heard of her. It's got to be. It's Black Label.
Maybe. Okay. There you go. All right.
What's
Oh, see, there you go.
I'm not gonna read it. I'm just not. Sorry. I love DC. I do not love Tom King.
Let's see what else is coming out.
Predator versus Black Panther #1.
That's
Wow.
Yeah.
I bet this has some cool covers.
Yeah, that's definitely gonna have some cool stuff. Oh, Ben Percy, he was at the show too.
Oh, did he do this cover?
I don't know. Maybe. Design variant.
1/100 Philip Tan. You know, I'm not impressed with the covers so far.
Oh, he's something cool.
Yeah, where's the good stuff?
Oh,
That's cool. That's cool.
I like that.
That's the best one.
Yeah, that's cool.
Not a new character at all in terms of Jenny Sparks. Go back and read some Authority. Okay.
Oh, okay.
See, I don't know. Local Man 13, Rat City 5, Briar 8, Black Cloak 7, Epitaph from the Abyss #2, Giant Size Thor #1.
Oh, geez, who's writing this?
Al Ewing.
Oh, Al Ewing, nice. Okay.
Okay, all right.
Cool.
Floating Heads. All right, all right.
Oh, I like that cover. That's cool.
I've heard he was a better writer on Hulk than Donny Cates, but you know, I don't know. I don't know. Witchblade 2, Star Wars: The High Republic Adventures #9. Hey, speaking of Star Wars, The Acolyte got canceled today.
Yeah, you told me that. Yeah,
I saw on Deadline and then Discussing Film and in a bunch of places.
it's a fantastic show.
Was it?
No. No, I didn't like it. I was lost half the way through it. I did watch the whole thing.
Yeah, I've heard nothing but bad things.
Scroll back up. You gonna be getting the Power Rangers Infinity?
Hell no.
No, I'm not a fan. I don't know what.
No, look at this, dude.
What is that? Is that a panda?
Dude, this person is wearing regular pants and regular clothes. Like, what is this? What is this?
Wow, it's gonna be awesome. Sam,
No
Sam
way.
Humphries.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Oh, dude, this is great. We gotta get this.
No, no.
Oh, look at that cover, dude.
I mean, yeah. I mean, Gandhi Montez kills it every time. No, just no. I mean, they look like man. What is the name of that cartoon that came out in like the '80s? Very similar. It was Voltron. They look like the people from Voltron. I don't know. Thank God. What a trash ass show.
Yeah, it was not good at all.
I think that's everything. I think we pulled up everything. So, oh, that's nice. Middleton.
Oh, I haven't seen anything from him in a long time.
I think I've heard. Oh, that's a sick cover. That's a sick cover. That that's a second printing, one of 25.
That might be tough to find.
That's going to be a Chase variant for sure.
Yeah.
So that's the show. That's the Monday show. Dave, I appreciate you coming on. Are you going to do a recap video for the channel of everything you got?
Yeah. I'll do I'll probably just shoot a quick video, just showing everything, talking about the show real quick.
I'm going to go watch it a bunch of times since you came on my channel.
Thanks, man.
Absolutely. Make sure you guys go check out Mark Spector Comics here on YouTube and Instagram. Again, I'm Steve from Burke Family 54 Comics. Thanks everyone for watching. We had a great time. Be back next Monday talking about some more comic book news. Hopefully, we don't have to talk about any negative things like the Hero Restoration tonight, or people losing books at cons, or getting them stolen, I should say, or anything else. I'm Steve. That's Dave. And as always, go Cats!
Cowabunga, it's morphin' time.